G'day all and welcome back to Freo Faithful for 2026. The real stuff is here. We were sat here this time last year, ready to hopefully see our team knock off the Cats in Geelong, and it didn't go to plan. But this is a new year. We're a more developed, matured side, and another road to destiny begins today. Run through your brick wall. It's Geelong and it's Fremantle at GMHBA Stadium to kick off our season. They obviously played an opening round last week and had a loss. I think this is just bloody exciting, isn't it? It does not get more exciting than this. Give me your tips and big calls and just everything in the comments. On the poll right now, we've had 27 votes. Now, given it's a Dockers fan channel, it's a little bit biased. Geelong 30%, Fremantle 70%. But hey, a lot of the experts have tipped us too, so they know more than us. Let's take a look at the starting 23s in 2026. Here are the starting 23s. For Geelong, O'Sullivan, Henry, DeConing, Stewart, Guthrie, Humphreys, Blitzarv, Smith, Dempsey, Mitch Edwards, Tom Atkins, Max Holmes, Close, Manor, Martin, Cameron, Neal, Dangerfield, Bruin, Clark, Myers, Mullen, O'Connor, Edwards, Dangerfield, and Cameron replace Ollie Henry, James Warple, and Mitch Nevitt. Mitch Edwards makes his AFL debut, the former Fremantle Next Generation Academy ruckman. Here is the Dockers starting three. Heath Chapman, Oscar McDonald, Corey Wagner, Judd McVie, Brandon Walker, Jordan Clark, Matt Johnson, Andy Brayshaw, Neil Erasmus, Luke Jackson, Hayden Young, Caleb Sarong, Sam Swikowski, Pat Voss, Jai Amos, Murphy Reid, Josh Tracy, Shea Bolton, Sean Darcy, Carl Warner, Alex Pearce, Nathaniel Driscoll, and Isaiah Dudley. As Judd McVie makes his Fremantle debut. A few little changes from when teams dropped on Thursday. Alex Pearce has been moved to the bench. Hayden Young's been moved to the field. And Sean Darcy's been moved to the bench. So we're going to have Jackson starting in the ruck with Sarong, Brayshaw, and Young at his feet. Now, interestingly enough, Mason Cox was warming up before the game. More than an emergency usually does. So they definitely had him on his toes in case a laid-out brood. But it turned out that nothing's happened and there are no laid-outs for either team. And yeah, Alex Pearce moving to the bench is weird because Oscar McDonald was our only tall on ground to start the game in the back line. Like, we've got all of Wagner, Clark, Walker, McVie, and Chapman. So, very interesting. Even Carl Warner's on the bench. So, very interesting. Johnson and Erasmus start on the wings. Yeah, very, very excited. Freo by 3, Voss after the siren, says Oscar. I'd like it a bit more comfortable than that, but if that's how we get the 4 points, that's how we get the 4 points. Bergs, Kai, meme number, Fidget. Alex, I hate how it's not on 7. Yeah, it's not on 7, isn't it? Delayed telecast. That's like our first 3 games of the season. Not ideal that you have to be a member of Kale or Foxtel to actually watch our games live. Ben Campbell. So, get your tips in the comments. Give me a big call for the game as well. Because I just think something out of the ordinary is going to happen. All the games we've seen so far this season have been very, very odd in terms of how they've been played. I reckon this might be a little bit slower. And I'm not sure why. Like, I know we're going to play quicker. I'm not saying it's going to be the result of us. I just think it might slow down a little bit. That being said, it's 2 good teams, I think. I think we're good. So, who knows? Foxy says Tracy to kick 6. Hey, I wouldn't mind that. Who's commentating? Is that Hutto? Oh, beautiful. We got Hutto. Who did we have last year? Maybe Dwayne? Mark Howard? I'm not sure. No, we had Lee Montagna last year. Anyway, we've had Kelly in recent years. So I'm pretty over the moon with Hutto. Brayshaw and Sarong combined for 85. Well, you'd take that every day of the week, wouldn't you? So bounce down isn't 5 minutes here. There are the fellas in the midfield group. Andy Brayshaw said he was going to trim that beard. He's kept it for round 1. Murphy Reid back on the site of his debut last year. Alex Pearce has the purple arm guard on for that arm he's always had trouble with. But over the moon that Moose has gone up for round 1. He's played some great games for us over the years at GMHBA. Judd McVie here on club debut. Jai to be the best Clark this game. That would be a really, really funny comment if you knew how to spell Jai. We're interviewing JL in the coach's box. This is revolutionary from Fox Footy. I'm not sure if we've ever done this before. We are in love with Murphy Reid, Jason Dunstall. Geelong form, not great. Is your gut feeling? What is your gut feeling? Well, Geelong's form isn't great if we're going off of the one game that they've played, but they're every chance to bounce back, that's for sure. Murphy with 4 and 4. Imagine he does it again. Imagine 10 and 10. I love how much I've seen that clip this week. It's really just filled me with joy. Gee, you're a funny person, aren't you, Jessington? Sorry, I'm just making sure. My camera's had some issues lately, so I'm just double checking that's all backed up. I'm happy with the commentary team. We've had some stinkers in GMHBA over the years. But Hutto, Jason Dunstall, Brad Johnson's a bit iffy, but I'll take this. Dockers 142, Geelong 91. Oh, it'd be nice, Alex, but geez, temper the expectations. If you want live updates from the ground, follow our Instagram at Freo.Faithful. Druzy is giving us updates from the ground. He's there with Jamo. So, as I do at Optus every week, that's what he'll be doing at GMHBA. So, you know, you might see a different perspective over there. We often differ with our opinions. Bailey Smith obviously debuted for Geelong last year against us. He's looking fit, but he wasn't great last week. I didn't hear any of that jail interview, but he sounded happy, which is always good, given there's no fun in his life. Andy Brayshaw wishes he was in disguise. I just don't think a West Coast fan can say a word about Andy Brayshaw. I'd be so embarrassed if one of my players did that to a teenager. But hey, it's not up to me to bring it up 8 years later. JL is locked in, and that's all we want. If all the lads are locked in, then I don't see who beats us. Thing is, last year we were missing Youngie and Shea. We were missing Shea. And I did miss. Forget that. It's also a later game. This is a twilight game, so it shouldn't be as hot as it was last year. It was like 35 degrees last year. I think Darcy could make a difference. Darcy's had a very strong preseason, so I'd hope so. Here's Alex Pearce meeting Paddy Dangerfield in the middle. That looks like Dan Gorringe's co-host tossing the coin. It's not. My camera's out of focus. Can we not do that? Why is it focusing on the footy behind me? Oh my god, I've just tapped my camera and it's turned up. Oh, we're back. So we don't regret Darcy. Nah, I don't think we will. I think Sean's in for a big one. We've got 25 in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button. And tell your mates to get in here. Did Geelong look locked in? I'm unsure. I just struggle to see how Geelong lose 2 in a row, but I'm playing devil's advocate. I've got a bit of hope for today. I'm definitely a lot more pessimistic today than I was last year, and we're a better team today than we were last year. So, just a much more level-headed approach, because I've seen it too many times before in round one. We haven't won in round one a lot over the years, so feels like we might be due one. I'm not sure, but calm. A quirk in the rules. Yeah, tell that to Gold Coast and Brisbane. Mitch Edwards would have been an awesome ruck to have coming through as our little Lloyd Meek, but, you know. Blasphemous. Can't Freo make a round one statement? Fingers crossed, mate. I think Mitch actually played for Peel. Here we go. First quarter about to get underway here from GMHBA. The first quarter of our season. Geelong and Fremantle. Edwards v Jackson in the ruck. Hayden Young, Caleb Sarong, Andrew Brayshaw in the midfield. Against Tom Atkins, Bailey Smith, and Max Holmes. It's Atkins on Sarong. Here we go. Geelong Fremantle to kick off our season. We're underway. It's Jackson who wins the hit out. Straight down to Max Holmes. Now Edwards. Good tackle by Young. Ends up with Brayshaw, who tries to fend off Edwards. And he's pinked holding the ball by the debutant. In fact, Bailey Smith will get the free kick. Smith goes short. Mark taken by... is that Jack Martin? Can't even see who that is. Martin smothered by Johnson. Over the top. Good forward half pressure. And here's Shea Bolton on the run. Bolton fakes it. Pat Voss Gives it to Jordan Clark. Clark, inside 50. Hits up the lead of Amos. Good spoil by O'Sullivan. Voss, good forward pressure, Vossi. Ball up. And a good high pressure start from the Dockers. We've got it inside 50. Some great run through the middle there by Shea Bolton to get us going. Good forward half pressure. Hayden Young goes up in the ruck. Hayden Young wins the hit out. Andy Brayshaw from the pocket behind. Hayden Young is our backup ruck for today. Who would have thought the first two hit outs of the game are Luke Jackson and Hayden Young? Wow. And Matt Johnson had a very good start to this game. Takes the intercept mark. Quickly gives it to Judd McVie. Fake handball. McVie from 50. Can't hit up Voss and goes out of bounds in the forward pocket. But a positive start here for Freo. Like that run from Judd McVie there. Getting involved high up the ground. Boundary throw in. Jackson v. Edwards. Jackson wins the hit out. Down to Murphy Reed trying to crumb. Henry's there. Handball away. Bailey Smith. Kick wide to Blitzarves. And he's going to push it in the Martin direction. It's a bad kick and Fremantle will get a free kick with the last touch rule. The lasso. And it'll go to Wagner. So no options presenting themselves. Goes long to the contest, just inside 50. And flying is Jackson. Couldn't take it. Sarong out the back. He's done well, Caleb. He keeps it alive. Kick on the inside with the left. Well done, Caleb. Voss nearly. Shea Bolton at ground level. Around onto the right. Shea Bolton has our first goal of 2026. Flip yeah, Shea. Don't really want to swear. Good start, fellas. 7-0. Love that. Good start. Good pressure. That was awesome by Caleb. Great start from the fellas. Shea Bolton around the corner. It was an awesome kick on the inside with Caleb Sarong's left foot to keep the possession alive. Patrick Voss with some great early forward pressure, and Matt Johnson has started very well on the wing. But Shea Bolton has our first goal of 2026. Geelong 0, Fremantle 1-1-7. Edwards wins the hit out. Brayshaw at ground level. Good body work by Atkins. Sarong got a handball away, and Sarong follows up his work. Now Erasmus. Erasmus the handball to Sarong. He's going to look to hit up someone, and Sarong goes to Amos. Is it chopping the arms? No. Erasmus inside 50. Fake handball. Erasmus on the left. Misses. 8-0. But a great start here for the Dockers. Erasmus had a lot of space there. I maybe would have opted to pass off or try to straighten up instead of going on the left. Guthrie, Smith. Bailey Smith, short. Oh my, is that really 15? Are we really paying that 15? Umpire. That's not 15. That was further than the other kick. Manor. Over the head of Johnson to Holmes. Now Jack Martin. Dempsey. Good pressure by Wagner. And McVie. Martin. Close. Bailey Smith. 45 out. And hits up Jeremy Cameron. And Geelong will go back for their first. Yeah, I think Raz probably should have straightened up. But it kind of was a tough kick on the left. But he had too much space not to score that. Jeremy Cameron takes a set shot quickly and bends it through. And Jeremy Cameron is his first goal of the season. 1 straight 6 to 1-2-8. A quick scoring start here from both teams. Corey Wagner put some good pressure on, as did Judd McVie. McVie probably should have tried to lay that tackle on Martin, but it was tough. Is Heath Chapman really the direct matchup for Jeremy Cameron? Is that what we're doing? Is Heath Chapman playing the Luke Ryan role? Because that would be interesting. Yeah, so Heath Chapman is playing on Jeremy Cameron. I guess he's playing the Brennan Cox / Luke Ryan role. So Jackson in the ruck again. Darcy yet to take a hit out. Murphy Reid in the midfield here. Ball to the deck. Max Holmes follows it up. Holmes takes a bounce. He takes another bounce. He's being chased by Sarong. Holmes inside 50. Neil is well defended by Oscar McDonald. And out of bounds. So Murphy Reid got his first centre bounce of the season there. Alongside Sarong and I believe Brayshaw. Luke Jackson in the ruck against Neil. Jackson takes it straight out of the ruck. Gets it on the boot to Luke Jackson. Ends up with Guthrie, the intercepts. Top of the goal square. Is there a spoil? Martin flew across. Manor at ground level. Good bump, Geordie Clark. Off Manor's boot and out of bounds. We got 40 in the chat. Oh. Alex Pearce in the change rooms here. He hasn't even been on the field. What the Alex Pearce has not played a minute and he's in the change rooms. Okay, this is nerve-wracking. Jackson sends it away. Pat Voss is there. Bolton trying to slap it on. And now Tanner Bruin goes inside 50. Bruin and nearly McDonald. Good tackle, Clark on Dangerfield. That's ball. What a tackle, Geordie. McVie, Brayshaw, Warner. Carl Warner, the fake. Tackled by Bruin. Got the handball away. Geelong, good pressure. That's not 15. Bruin from 45. Kicks the goal. Cats take the lead. Oh. Carl Warner just ran himself into trouble there. Not good enough. I'm a bit nervous about Alex Pearce here. Murphy calling touched. Really? Oh, it would have been Chapman that touched it. Murphy called touch straight away, yeah. And they are reviewing it. And it was touched by Heath Chapman. So that will be a behind. And we have the lead still. So the ball's going back to the goal square. And Tanner Bruin doesn't have the goal. G'day, Twisted. Well done, Chappie. It's done well there. Here's Geordie Clark on the kick out. It's going to go to centre wing. Jackson v. Edwards in the air. Jackson makes a contest out of it. Good tackle, O'Driscoll. Ball up. So he's that bigger body that may play around the ball here. Does look like he's playing midfield against Blitzarves. Jackson the hit out. Down to Brayshaw, who's done very well. Brayshaw to Dudley. On to Murphy Reid, who's going to have a run. Murphy Reid with a delightful kick to Pat Voss. And Voss with an interesting option. Amos couldn't take the mark on the lead. Sarong fumbled it. Sarong running into an open goal. Caleb Sarong has his first goal of the season and Freo second. Great transition footy by the Dockers. And it's a fairly quick start by Freo, and Caleb Sarong is having a game to begin here. Not sure if that was the right option by Pat Voss, but Jai Amos did well to follow up, give off the handball. Sarong recovered, broke off Henry. Yeah, nah. Sarong is unbelievable, isn't he, Oscar? Reminds me of the Gold Coast game. What, this early start? Yeah. Terrible Warner mistake, saved by the fingertips. Yeah, it wasn't good by Warner. He definitely ran himself into trouble. Certainly wasn't amazing. But what a start for Caleb Sarong. Here we go. Darcy still hasn't been in a... Oh, that was Darcy. It looks like Jackson. Is he that athletic? Inside 50. Cameron flew out the back. Carl Warner. Quick hands by Warner. Chapman Walker in his first game since round 2 last year. That's an elite kick by Walker to Bolton. Bolton to Clark. Clark on the run. Towards centre half forward. It's a 2-on-1. But Josh Tracy is a big boy. There's a man out the back. Tracy is going to go there. Tracy to Amos. We are playing some beautiful football. And Jai Amos is going to play on and snap a goal. This is a good start. 20-7. Jai Amos kicks his first goal. How good was that mark and kick by Tracy? Those hands by Tracy, that kid. Jeez. Jack Henry is getting nowhere near him. O'Sullivan couldn't commit because he knew Amos was deep. And yeah, Connor O'Sullivan just got caught in no man's land. Couldn't get to Tracy. Couldn't cover Amos. Jai's got his first. Fremantle lead by 13. Darcy wins the hit out. Murphy Reid in the midfield. How about that by Murphy Reid? Brayshaw back to Reid. Over the top to Erasmus. Handball to Andy Brayshaw. Brayshaw the bounce. Andy Brayshaw goes forward to Jai Amos. And it's a good spoil by O'Sullivan. And out of bounds in the Dockers forward pocket. It does. But I don't know. I think our midfield is going to beat a lot of midfields at ground level. No matter how our ruck work is. And our ruck work will improve. Sean Darcy did well in the ruck to get a body in. Couldn't get the hit out though. Myers to Holmes. Out wide in the Dempsey direction. Warner. Good contest. Alex Pearce still has not touched the ground. And he's on the phone with Justin Longmuir. Interesting. Here's Warner. The boys do look on. That's a fair statement. Warner. A low and flat kick. What a punt by Carl Warner to Josh Tracy. And what can Tracy do now? Load up, Kahuna. 55 out. Well, he's gone into the gap. It's not a great kick. Stewart dropped the mark. O'Sullivan to Koning. That's a terrible kick by DeConing. Intercepted by Tracy. Load up, JT. You can kick this, JT. The breeze must be against him. Tracy, that's a bad kick. Oh, no. Voss was there, made a contest. Kept alive by Sean Darcy. Dudley's done very well to kick it into Erasmus. On the left. What a goal by Neil Erasmus on the left. Fremantle lead by 19. Tanner Bruin's called touch straight away. But this is some type of start by the Dockers. 26-7. So Tanner Bruin thinks it's touched. Erasmus has had 2 shots at goal. 2 left foot snaps. Elite by Sean Darcy at ground level. Dudley with a great kick to keep it alive. And Erasmus on the left boot. Bruin did say touch straight away. Let's see if this is touched. It did look close. It did indeed look close. Is it a goal? There is a hold up with the score review. Have to wait to watch it. Yeah, delayed broadcast, Kevin. And does the goal stand? Yeah, it's touched. So no goal. The Dockers do have a 14-point lead. 3-3-21 to 1-1-7. We've nearly scored as many points as we did in the first half against Geelong last year. So Erasmus has 2 behinds, 2 left foot snaps. So Alex Pearce is doing run-throughs. He is yet to touch the field. This is astounding. Here's Humphreys. Now Brandon Walker and out of bounds. Are we using Pierce as like a pseudo sub? Like, if you're a weird guy who uses that, I'm not sure what's happening because McDonald's our only tall. Chapman's playing on Cameron. Deep into the contest. Good contest by Voss. O'Driscoll. Young. Hayden Young's going to the right. And Young finds Dudley. What a mark, Isaiah Dudley. And Dudley will go back to give us a 20-point lead 8 minutes into this game. Lord, this is some start by Freo. We're just playing smart footy, aren't we? I don't mind that, Pat. Would not mind that at all. Isaiah Dudley, 45 out, directly in front. Should kick it. And he has kicked truly. Isaiah Dudley has his first goal of the season. Fremantle, 27. Geelong, 7. What a start for the Dockers. My God. This is unreal. Great contest by Pat Voss, who's done some good things. O'Driscoll, Hayden Young on the right foot. When you've got guys like Hayden Young and Murphy Reid delivering the ball inside 50, you're in bloody good hands. My word. So back in the middle here for Freo. Not that word. Not the F word. We stay level-headed in 2026. Here we go. Darcy wins the hit out in the Hayden Young direction, who's bumped off it. Caleb Sarong, tough. Sarong gets it out. Murphy Reid pushing up half forward. Bruin gets the kick away, and great intercept mark by Jordan Clark. We're just looking very, very strong defensively. Clark. Johnson. It's going to go short. Johnson finds Young. There's an overlap for Geordie Clark. Young gives it to Clark, who goes inside 50. Is there a man deep? There's a few deep. Tracy couldn't take it on the second clunk. O'Driscoll, handball to Amos, who is tackled by DeConing. I think he tried to draw a high tackle there, Amos, but it'll be a ball up. So Fremantle +5 inside 50s to start here. Darcy wins the hit out. Bailey Smith gets it at ground level. Bruin. Straight into the path of Hayden Young. Dudley tries to lay the shepherd. Young to Dudley around the corner. Oh my God. Thought he kicked it. Oh, that would have brought the house down. Dockers by 21 here. Dudley hits the post. Here's Tanner Bruin with the run. Great pressure. Pat Voss again. That's a late bump by Tracy. I thought it was pretty fair. And it's a Chapman who drops the mark. And Chapman's caught holding the ball on Jack Martin. Which means Cameron might have an undersized man on him if Chapman's caught up the ground. It's now with Tom Atkins. Atkins inside 50 into the hole. Good spoil, Corey Wagner. Erasmus in the back. Umpire. Dempsey. Gets it out. Graham Myers around the corner. And it's now Judd McVie as the goalkeeper. Finds Erasmus. Erasmus along to a 1-on-1. Tracy got a glove on it. It's now DeConing. It's physical. Inside 50. And it's a big grab by Shannon Neal, the man from South Fremantle. This is some start playlist, guy. Thought your channel was another name. I do have another channel. Might be what you're thinking of. How good's Dudley been, chat? It's had a very lively start. Here we go. Shannon Neal to kick the Cats' second of the game. Kicks truly. The Cats are back to 15 points. That's all right. Not the end of the world. We still have a 15-point lead. 10 minutes into this quarter, by the way. This quarter is going to go for 35 to 40 minutes, I reckon. This is a long quarter. I do want to figure out what's happening with Alex Pearce. I reckon Freo's Twitter is going to provide us with an update. Alex on the field? Cool. Okay. Pearce on the field. There we go. That's what we need. In the ruck, Jackson's not taking a few ruck contests here. Darcy down. It's actually Jackson on ball here as a midfielder. Edwards is tackled by both Darcy and Jackson. Ball up. So Bolton, Johnson, and Jackson in the midfield here. Edwards beats Darcy in the ruck. Darcy got the handball away, though. Switkowski pushing up. Switkowski is held by Bailey Smith. O'Sheen Mullen, handball away. And now it's Judd McVee. That's very good by Judd McVee. Clean hands. Darcy, back to McVee. McVee with a bad handball in the end. Ends up with Dempsey. Good tackle Switkowski and good tackle McVee, who's had a very good start. Darcy, Dempsey, Myers back with Bruin, who goes back to Myers. Good pressure, Switkowski on the inside to Humphreys. Tip the Dockers, don't let me down, boys. Well, I hope we don't. I hope we don't. Out wide to Atkins. 8:50 to play. We've set up well behind the ball. Got Alex Pearce deep on Shannon Neal. And it's Chapman with a big fist. Brad Close overran it. That's kicking in danger, umpire. Does that rule not exist? Alex Pearce with an interesting kick. Humphreys dropped to chest mark. Jackson, good pressure on Atkins. Dudley slipped over. And now Guy got inside 50. Pearce battling. Brad Close tumbled him over. Good tackle, Johnson. Clark. Pearce. Awesome tackle in the end by Atkins on Pearce. Ball up. Oh, thank you, Smitzer. I feel like Mason should have been playing. Darcy's had a good start. I don't think we need to begin that discussion. Darcy overran it. Pearce weaving through traffic around the corner. That's overran in the end by Jai Amos, who's pushed very high up the ground. Out of his natural habitat. Hayden Young the intercept. Handball on the inside of Switkowski. Towards centre wing. Carl Warner looks backwards. Sees the overlap of Young. Now Jackson. On to Matt Johnson. Edge of the centre square. Johnson lowers the eyes to Josh Tracy. Beautiful footy by the Dockers. And Tracy will go back for his first goal of the season. We are playing some very quick and dynamic transition footy at the moment. We're going those short kicks, those short handballs. Yeah, Jack Henry is getting very outstretched by Tracy at the moment, just with his size and speed and power. So to get it back out to 21 points, Tracy from just inside 50 aims for the left post and guides it through. Dockers by 21. Well done, JT. Well done. Fucking beautiful. That was beautiful. Young, Jackson, Johnson, Tracy. Just awesome. Awesome ball usage. Just smart football. Smart and aggressive football. It's the perfect mix. And I'm loving that Josh Tracy matchup on Jack Henry. I am frothing that matchup. So it's the Dockers by 21 here. So Darcy in the ruck. Brayshaw battling. Bolton chasing. And Bolton the spin. Well done, Shea Bolton. Through to Brayshaw. He was tackled without it, I thought. Myers. Atkins. Close. Into the path of a few cats. McDonald's done very well on Dangerfield. Here's Clark. Geordie Clark goes all the way back to Carl Warner. Conservative option. Warner. Down the line. Freo have numbers. One of those is Dudley, though. Jackson make a contest with Edwards. Hold by Jackson. Geelong free kick. Didn't particularly think that was there. Here is Mitch Edwards. Long. McDonald. Did well. Pierce. Big tackle on Cameron. Holmes around the corner. Goal is kicked by Jai Clark. Yeah, the Warriors weren't good, were they? We had a few injuries. But I'm pretty happy with this Dockers start. Clark's kicked that goal, but we have a 15-point lead. They are, yeah. Well, it's a big ground, so Geelong probably still think they can do that. My mum's using my KO account and Channel 7's delayed, so tuning to Freo Faithful today. Hey, it's exactly what you want. We got 60 in chat, by the way. I didn't realise. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in. Jai Clark with his 5th goal of his career. Jackson back in the ruck here. Down to Hayden Young. Great hands by Young. Brayshaw steaming away by foot towards half forward. An easy mark dropped. Reed pounces on it. Edwards at ground level. Tackled by Jackson. O'Driscoll's done well off half forward. Hayden Young with the right boot. Usually would hit that target, but it goes out of bounds in the direction of Voss. I'm meeting Will, Richard, and San Fran. Are you now? Down to the deck. Jackson, Young, wrapped up by Atkins. Ball up. 5:50 to play. Fremantle by 15 here in the first. A high-scoring start. Wait, that's a free kick. He's put his knee into his head. You filthy animal. Freo NGA because we couldn't take him. He thinks he can just kill us. Righto, Mitchie. Luke Jackson will have a shot on goal here. My word. If Hayden Young stays healthy, it's a game changer. Oh, Hayden Young has been awesome so far. It's fair to say. Mitchell. That's borderline Andrew Gaff-like going into the jaw. So Luke Jackson goes back. Jackson from 45 for his first goal of the season. Beautiful set shot is Luke Jackson. The Dockers lead by 21. And we have 40 points in the opening quarter in Geelong. Some start. 3-1-19 the Cats to Fremantle 6-4-40. How are you meeting Will, Richard? Wow. Oh, absolutely, Adrian. Maybe we've just reversed though. Maybe we have really bad fourth quarters now. I hope not. But Luke Jackson, first goal of the season for him. It's the Dockers by 21 in Geelong. Jackson and Blitzarves in the ruck. Jackson to hit out straight out to Brayshaw. Got his hands free. Out to Hayden Young. Young inside 50. What a kick by Young to Tracy. That is blistering football by the Dockers. What am I watching? I am so happy right now. I am so happy. Oh. Come on, JT. Josh Tracy for his seconds. He's had 5 marks already, Josh Tracy. 50 out. He's sprayed it. Tall man on the mark probably affected it. Absolutely, Smitzer. Got a feeling this game's going to be old cliche. It's won and lost in the midfield. Both sides seriously fishing on the... Yeah. I think you're pretty spot on, Blasphemous. Sometimes there's a reason they're cliches. And that's touched. The lasso rule not in effect there. My ruck one. No, I've got Tim English at R1, who gave me a nice 120. I actually faggoted out Jackson from our team. Blitzarves. Come off his boot. That'll count as a hit out. And a disposal. Surely that's lasso. Came off Blitzarves' foot. Yeah. Well, I'll take that free kick. Geelong fan don't understand the rule. Sarong. That's a fucking awful kick by Sarong. Like, really bad. Tried to kill Murphy Reed. Caleb has had a good start to this game. He kicked a goal, so no stress. 4 minutes to play. Boundary throw-in. Blitzarves v Jackson. Jackson wins the hit out. O'Connor's wrapped up by Johnson. Ball up. Youngie and Bruce, yeah. We're lucky to have them, aren't we? Luxury players. Brayshaw tackles Myers. Jackson down. Blitzarves. Bruin. Blitzarves. Back to Bruin. On the left by Tanner Bruin. O'Driscoll has done very well. Go over the top, Noddy. No, that wasn't the right option. Voss back to Noddy. On the inside. O'Driscoll bundles home his first goal of the season. The Dockers lead Geelong by 27 in the first quarter. The Dockers are 46 on the board. And Nathan O'Driscoll, who is the most unbelievable round one selection, has a first quarter goal. Well done, Noddy. 46-19. What is this? Noddy just backed himself. It is not the most fluent kick, but gee, it's effective. Wow. Nathan O'Driscoll. How about that? Go on, Noddy. Lucas Palmer, I'd say it's pretty close to that. I would say that. Back in the middle. Jackson the hit out. Jackson took Bruin high. Bruin. The handball to Mullen. Mullen to centre half forward. McVee got a hand on it. Now Manor. Manor around. Not 15. Myers bends it. Ends up. O'Connor. Inside 50. Good intercept mark by Alex Pearce. Well done, Moosey. Voss put Noggy in the headlock. He would do that. Here's Carl Warner. 3 minutes to play in the first. A very long first quarter here, given there's been 10 goals kicked. Carl Warner puts Brad Close on skates to a 3-on-1. Bolton flew. Nothing given. Didn't really make contact. Patrick Voss bundling over. He just went all in on Jack Henry there. Well done, Vossy. Make your presence felt, Big Paddy. Jackson down. Tapped. Bolton on the left. And Pat Voss has just decked Jack Henry. Good boy, Vossy. Get into him. Oh, fuck, that's good. Here's Tom Stewart. 2:20 to play. De Koning. Henry. Smith. Bailey Smith's going to have a run now. Hayden Young chasing him. Smith down the line. Judd McVee's there. Nearly taken by Clark. McVee did well. Kept in by Neal. And went out of bounds. Thought that was probably a throw by Neal as well. Boundary throw in. Jackson and Neal in the ruck. Jackson down. O'Connor around the corner. O'Connor. Pearce dropped a mark he usually would have taken, but there is a free kick going the way of Freo. Oscar McDonald was dragged down by Jeremy Cameron. Well. Omac. Interesting ball user is Big Omac, but that's a good kick. That's a push. Thank you. And we're going to take advantage because Murphy Reed's out the back. He stops. Reed. Bad handball. Ends up with Switkowski, though. Switkowski to Erasmus. Over to Brandon Walker. What a run by Walker, who goes to the pocket with Voss, but spoiled by Stewart. But we've got it out of bounds in our forward pocket yet again. That was a great run by Walker. It does feel like we would be moving the ball slower with Luke Ryan in the back line. It does feel like that. It actually might just be that Luke Ryan hasn't been picked. Brayshaw spanked forward with his fist. Stewart. Good tackle, Youngie. Ball up. Oh, around the corner, Shea Bolton for a second. We put up 50 points in the first quarter in Geelong. 52 points. We lead the Cats by 33 points just before quarter time. Yeah, Luke Ryan hasn't been picked, Blake. Just has not been picked. It's because he just doesn't move the ball very quickly. Oh my God. This is astounding. What a hit out, by the way, by Jackson down to Bolton. I'm getting a bit excited. On track for 200, hey. Who says no? Here we go, ball up. Jackson, straight out the ruck. Wins the kick towards centre half forward. Well intercepted by Stewart, who quickly moves it, but intercepted by Jackson. Doesn't give the handball off. We got 55 seconds remaining in this quarter. And he goes wide to Corey Wagner. Wagner with a delightful kick to Johnson. The mark is taken. Oh no, on the full. I did think that was a mark. Everyone stay exactly. I think calmness is the main thing here. It's a Geelong free kick now. Shannon Neal. Cameron asked for the ball. Thank you for not paying that free kick up. Cameron launches a barrel. And it's an awesome intercept by Oscar McDonald, who's played very well as our main key back for most of this quarter, given Alex Pearce was a bit under a cloud. McDonald launches it out towards the wing. Voss out the back. Well done, Vossi. Vossi tackled out of bounds. Now 11 seconds to play. We're going to have an over 38-minute quarter here, which is pretty astounding. Tanner Bruin, Bailey Smith, and Max Holmes, the leading disposal getters. But they trail by 33. Boundary throw-in. Neal. Brayshaw nearly. Johnson. Tried to find Reed. Good tackle, Johnson. Erasmus trying to get it out. That'll be a ball up. The siren will sound basically as soon as this ball is balled up. Quarter time. Fremantle 8-4-52. Geelong 3-1-19. What have we just seen? I'm a bit nervous. I've never seen this. I can't stop smiling. Can we see the game? No, you can't. What are your thoughts on Erasmus? Well, he's my breakout pick for the year, and he's had a bloody good start. Let's take a look at the quarter time stats here at GMHBA Stadium. Leading away for the Dockers on the scoreboard. Shea Bolton, 2 goals. Josh Tracy, a goal. Caleb Sarong, a goal. Nathan O'Driscoll, a goal. Luke Jackson, Isaiah Dudley, and Jay Amos have all also kicked a goal. Disposal-wise, it's Hayden Young with 7, Carl Warner with 7, Luke Jackson with 7. They are the 3 top possession getters for Freo. Erasmus, Clark, Brayshaw, Bolton, all with 6. And then Tracy and McVee with 5 touches each. Spreading the load we are. Matt Johnson has laid 4 tackles. Hayden Young has laid 3 tackles. And some elite forward pressure as well from Switkowski and Voss. Luke Jackson, 4 clearances in this opening term. Absolutely dominating. And in terms of marks, it has been Josh Tracy with an aerial dominance. 5 marks in the first quarter, along with 5 disposals and a goal. In the hit-out department as well, Luke Jackson, 11 hit-outs. Sean Darcy, 6 hit-outs. Hayden Young with a hit-out. He had the second hit-out of the game. And Mitch Edwards, Mark Blitzarves, and Shannon Neal all are trailing far behind. But it is the Dockers with an incredible start at GMHBA Stadium. A genuinely incredible start. I'm just trying to calm myself down, to be honest. Because, oh my word. Stay calm, everyone. Stay calm. Give me 2 seconds here. I'll be back with you all. It's a Lewis Hamilton ad. What's happening? Raz has massively improved. That was his harshest critic till mid last year. I'll eat my humble pie. Yeah, you've just sometimes got to do that with Freo players. Because when a guy like Raz is playing as well as he is, my word. Him and Jono. Jono was awesome that quarter. That's one of the best quarters I've seen Jono play ever. He was awesome. 4 tackles. Exactly right, Landscape. Awesome game so far. AFL in 2026 is all about high scoring. Well, not for Geelong, clearly. Well, I'm just getting a few Twitter updates here. Yeah, not many updates. I'm just going to quickly see what was up with Alex Pearce, because that was something that was really... Sorry, Fremantle is #1 trending on Twitter. Fremantle is #1 Wow. Let me just double check what old mate Drewsy's saying. Sorry, I'm just baffled. I'm just catching up on everything I missed here. Anyway, fast footy is clearly evident. Geelong cannot keep up. This is an avalanche. Geelong will bounce back. I think Geelong will definitely bounce back. And we can't kick 52 points in every quarter. Because then we'd be kicking 200. And that might be a bit silly. But, my word. My word. What the hell? Our biggest first quarter score ever outside of WA. That's going on the Instagram. Give me a sec. Wow. This is bloody incredible. I'm just quickly putting a post up here. I do apologise. Sometimes Instagram does have to take over. So I'll be back with you in 2 seconds. Jesus. Geelong are going to respond. I agree with Jason Dunstall. There's no way they don't. Here we go. I'm still a bit baffled with what I just saw. Here we go. We are back underway here at GMHBA Stadium. I forgot to click go on the clock. It's away with Holmes. A quick start here for Geelong. And they go forward and the mark is taken. Check the Dogs v GWS. I did watch the game. Chris Scott did look animated at quarter time, indeed. Well done, Sean Darcy. Sarong's there. Manna. Spun Chapman. Sean Manor walks in and kicks the first goal of the quarter. Sorry I'm being a bit silent. I'm just making sure everything behind the scenes is ticking over. Here we go. Back in the middle. Sean Darcy wins the hit out. Down to Luke Jackson, who's playing in the midfield. He's wrapped up by Max Holmes. Darcy wins it back down to Jackson. Somehow gets it out to Sarong, who pumps it forward on his left shoe. 1-on-1. Tracy has battled well. Switkowski to Shepherd. Blitzarves finds Henry, who runs off halfback. And Jack Henry uses it long and on the inside. Dempsey was well defended by O'Driscoll, but he pumped it forward. Martin, heavy touch. Geordie Clark spins out of trouble. That is a leap by Geordie Clark to Darcy, who couldn't get it away quick enough. And Jackson with the tackle, who's probably been our best player so far, Luke Jackson. He's been awesome at ground level and aerially. Ball up. Atkins runs through our vacant midfield. There was no one there for some reason. Inside 50. McDonald with a fist. Walker. Chapman. Handball over the top by Chapman. Wagner. Around McVee. Now Chapman. Walker again. Now Luke Jackson. Back to Brandon Walker. Unbelievable run here by Walker. The ball is an amazing forward. Amos got a hand on it. Good tackle, Bolton. Henry did find Stewart in the end, who spirals it long towards a 2-on-1. And that will go not out of bounds. Wagner keeps it alive to Walker and tapped out by Close. Oh, this is hot. Very hot in more ways than one. Holmes, nearly. Stewart is wrapped up by Jackson. Luke Jackson's tackling has been amazing. I don't know why he's not on my fantasy team. Holmes got a foot away, and that'll go out of bounds with the lasso rule. Towards half forward, Darcy's there. Edwards, handball to Humphreys. Around the corner, good pressure. Switkowski. Fisted by McVee. Holmes the sweeping handball. Smith over the head in the Blitzarves direction. Close, now Bolton. And great kick on the inside by Bolton to Sarong with a quick handball to Judd McVee, who's been very involved. McVee takes 2 bounces. Didn't go. Switkowski tried to tap it back, but Switkowski was cleaned up. He's just come back from a concussion. Luckily, didn't get him in the head. Gee, that is filthy. Oh, it wasn't actually that filthy. It was just a very hard contest. Cats just scored, apparently. Well, can we not be spoiling things? I doubt the Cats have just scored. Here is Sam Switkowski for his first goal of the season. From 50 out, he has hooked it. I'll be a behind for Switter. 53-25. Yeah, if there were jobs around, I would. Given I don't have any qualifications, I reckon it'd be pretty tough. But I appreciate that. Here's Stewart. Switching the play across to Henry. Connor O'Sullivan's got some space. He's played a Versatile role today. Blitz halves. The fist down. It goes in field advantage the way of Geelong. Pierce through Jackson. Ends up with Chapman. Darcy. Murphy. Reed fumbled. Reed got the handball to Darcy. Sean Darcy has been a little bit average around the contest. Good tackle by McDonald. Edwards dropped it. Good tackle Clark on Dempsey. Ball up. Noah commit. Hey, don't do that. Don't put the great Dennis's name next to mine. That's just very rude to the late great man. Darcy, Wagner, Holmes, 40. On the ball. Geelong free kick. Corey Wagner is just shocked. Yeah, Geelong haven't defended well. It's fair to say. Manor. 50 out. And knocks it down. So Geelong are the first 2 of this quarter. Margins cut to 22. Don't speak too soon, mate. Oh, 100%. They are closing the gap. That's why we stay level-headed. That's why we were saying at quarter time we stay level-headed. Edwards wins the hit out. Bruin on Brayshaw in the middle. Edwards gets a foot on it. Good tackle, Carl Warner. Ball up. Ball up here. Edwards was held by Darcy. Hasn't been Sean Darcy's greatest quarter so far. I think it's fair to say. Sent long by Edwards. Walker. Big spoil, Brandon Walker. Hayden Young, the tackle. Manners wrapped up by Wagner. And that'll be a ball up. Yeah, I know. I mean, some bumps are fun to applaud. And the mark is taken by Sean Manor. So Geelong are looking for the first 3 of this quarter. And a few worrying signs for the Dockers early in the second here. The Cats bounce back as we expected them to. So Manor kicks it. The Cats have kicked the first 3 of this quarter. 16-point game. Calm down. We'll be alright. We'll be alright. Let's just bounce back here. Need to win this centre clearance. No, LJ, let's not do typical Freo fashion. We're still up by 16 in Geelong. We knew Geelong would bounce back. We haven't particularly responded. That's okay. That's okay. Centre clearance numbers are even. We are +2 stoppage clearances and +2 clearances for the game. +11 hit-outs. So let's make the most of that. Let's make the most of that, which we have so far. But we've won a couple of clearances this quarter that we haven't made the most of. Darcy down. Hayden Young follows it. Young powered forward with his left shoe. 2-on-2 at half forward. Voss made a contest. Now it's Voss out the back. A clean pickup by Vossi. And couldn't get the hands away. And holding the ball. I'm not sure if Dangerfield's on the bench. Humphreys. The man from West Perth. A lot of WA representation in this Cat side. Humphreys, short to Bruin. Bruin nearly switches it. Now goes on the inside. Handball by Mullen to Bruin. Onto a one-on-one. And the mark is taken by O'Sullivan. Geelong are starting to get on top here. The intercept mark by Andy Brayshaw. And Brayshaw goes to Wagner. And Wagner goes wide to Warner. Carl Warner, what on earth was that? Keep it in. Keep it in. He has. Switkowski. No, that's risky, Sam. Oh, he's done well, though. Oh, Sam Switkowski bringing out the tricks onto Johnson, who goes long. What a kick, Matt Johnson. Amos was taken out. Young trying to find Voss. Does find Voss. Picks it up. Handball to Young. Isaiah Dudley at ground level. Oh, yeah. What a goal by Dudley. Our first of the second and Dudley's second goal of the game. Dockers back up by 22. I don't know what the Cats fans are complaining about, but gee, they love a whinge. 9-5-59 to 6-1-37. Oh, my word. Isaiah Dudley. What an inspired replacement for Michael Frederick this has been. I think they're asking for a throw from Voss. Dangerfield is on the bench. He's maybe done a calf. So Darcy wins that hit out. Johnson was being held by Smith. Smith was being held by Johnson. Matt Johnson's been awesome. Caleb Sarong towards half forward. Amos battling with Stewart. And Myers now. Graham Myers. Very crafty kick to Humphrey. Smith, Bruin. Tackled by Bolton. Isaiah Dudley crumbing. Now it is Bolton. Handball in the Murphy Reid direction. Murphy Reid from 45. From where he kicked his first goal in AFL footy. Murphy Reid goes bang. Yes. Oh my God. And the Dockers are back up by 28 in the blink of an eye. Murphy Reid kicks his first of the season. 10-5-65 to 6-1-37. And Bruce back at the scene of the crime of his debut. Fuck yeah, Murphy. How good. Unbelievable start this. An unbelievable response as well. Unbelievable response. Isaiah Dudley's had some game. Shade Bolton, very effective. And Murphy Reid just goes, thank you very much. Let me bury my first of the season. Because that is exactly what I do. Thank you very much, Brucey. Blitzarves wins the hit out. Sarong battling. And now it's Graham Myers. Forward. And bouncing back in the direction of Clark. Jai Clark, that is. Jeremy Cameron getting on the inside. Around the body. Cameron hooks it. That's a behind. Geelong's second of the game. Here's Geordie Clark. Nearly got hit by the flags of the goal umpire there. Had to duck. Clark. Long to centre wing. It's a 2-on-2. We've got some tall timber there. Sarong front and centre. Out the back though. Murphy Reid read the game very well. Reid to Chapman. Goes corridor in the Erasmus direction. Overhit the kick though. Good pressure, Erasmus. O'Driscoll's done well. He's wrapped up. And there'll be a ball up. Noddy's given us a very nice different look today. Dudley's he's a beautiful and talented footballer. Out the back now. Judd McVie spins out of the contest. Didn't realise O'Driscoll hit the deck. Back to Young. It was a bad handball by O'Driscoll. Kicking in danger, maybe. Not given. Carl Warner. That's not a mark. We have not given that a mark. You absolute cheats. Jordan Clark got two hands onto that. Here we go. Jack Martin, beyond 50. Awful. Not even close by Martin. Behind. 65-39. It's a 26-point lead for the Dockers. Here is Carl Warner. Long to the wing. Blitzarv's battling Erasmus. Got the hands to Johnson. Doesn't use his hands. Instead uses his feet. But it ends up with De Koning. Yep, exactly right, Dunstall. It wasn't amazing by us. Switch by Stewart. O'Sullivan. On the inside. It's a terrible kick. Jackson takes it. Goes to Johnson. Wrapped up straight away by Myers. And that's a ball up. Young, Clark, nice hands to Matt Johnson, who's got his gloves on it again. Johnson goes long. Voss and Amos both there. Jai Amos, awesome at ground level. Caleb Sarong around the body. In the goal square is Josh Tracy, who'll go back and kick his second. Awesome by Sarong. And we'll extend this margin out to 32. As Josh Tracy will thump home his second. Awesome stuff. He goes back. And knocks it down. Well done, Kahuna. 11-5-71 to 6-3-39. And we've evened up the quarter again and restated that 31-point lead. 32-point lead, sorry. Good stuff, fellas. I thought Carl Warner touched that mark at the other end, but hey, we'll take that goal. Matt Johnson is, wow. Here we go. Brayshaw long towards half forward. Caleb Sarong pits up, who starts at half forward. Now O'Driscoll to Dudley to Luke Jackson. And he was wrapped up by Atkins. Nothing given. Reed, good pressure on Stewart. Bruin all the way back. Deliberate. Deliberate. You're not even close, you cheat. What was he thinking? And it'll be Murphy Reed from the pocket here. Surely look on the inside. I would have rather the left-footed take this. Nah, he's going to go around the corner with the left here. Murphy Reed for his second of the second. Oh, Brucey hits the post. 72-39. That was absolutely deliberate. Correct call by the umpire. And now over to Bailey Smith. Mark taken. Max Holmes. Smith. Bruin. Tanner Bruin down the wing. Inside 50. Over the head of a few. Good tackle, Carl Warner. It's like the Cox free kick in the final last year. Holding. It'll be a Geelong free. About 45 out. Little bit annoying. So here is Jai Clark. From about 45. And Clark has dragged it across. Out of bounds on the full. Not even close. So we'll take that. Erasmus and Matt Johnson have been unbelievable. It's Matt Johnson's best game I've seen him play for Freo. Like, he's been awesome. Amos got hands. Young crumbed. Ball up. As he's tackled by Blitzarves. 7:17 to play. Jackson to hit out. Holmes. Blitz abs. Tackled by Jackson. Luke Jackson has been a monster with the tackling today. Erasmus is there. Erasmus to Bolton. Over to Hayden Young. Nearly back to Bolton. Bolton with a tackle. Ball up. I do forget Shea Bolton's a superstar when he has games like this. Jackson. Taken out of it. Blitzarves. Tries to take field position. McVee, the underground handball. Nice zippy movement by Bolton. Back to O'Driscoll. O'Driscoll by hand to Brayshaw. Brayshaw sends it long. Towards a one-on-one. Amos made a good contest. Myers is there. Graham Myers. Around the corner in the Bailey Smith direction. Smith. Good pressure. Handball. Atkins. Edge of the goal square. Mark taken. Handball. Zach Guthrie, 45 out, sprays it. On the full. Oh. It was a soft free kick to Clark. I would agree with you on that. Jai Clark, that is. What can Heath Chapman do now? We've got numbers on centre wing. We've also got numbers corridor. We're not going to go there. We've got numbers in this contest. Advantage paid. It was 2 Freo. Pat Voss out the back towards a one-on-one. Wasn't a great kick. Tracy battling. Good tackle with Dudley. Isaiah Dudley has had some type of performance. It's going to be a ball up here. Jackson down. Switkowski. Matt Johnson. On the left. Johnson to Tracy. And the mark's paid. That wasn't a mark. Tracy inside 50 to Paddy Voss. Have a sook, Geelong. Pat Voss. Not going to snap. He's a good drop punt from these angles, is Big Paddy. And he's hooked it. Look, it's in the day and age where I would have rather he snapped it. And the mark is taken by Jeremy Cameron. Cameron, corridor. Bailey Smith. And play on. Bailey Smith through the middle. And he managed to socket it around McVee. Brayshaw. How is that high contact? He's gone in low. Fuck me. Manor inside 50. Alex Pearce in front. Huge grab by Moose. Get off him. Mitch Edwards has been bullied by our big boys today. It was a point I made in the preview. And he's just been shown, yeah, this is AFL footy. Good spoil by Amos. Jackson. It's a free kick. Thank you. Boo! Boo! Yeah, I agree, Geelong crowd. Get into the umps. They're costing you. Jackson to Clark. Clark with a nice little chip to Erasmus. Neil Erasmus to Nathan O'Driscoll. What can O'Driscoll do now? O'Driscoll. Long inside 50. Is Amos deep. It falls out the back in the Switkowski direction. Tracy the bump. Through the legs of Myers. Tracy's done well. Around the body with the left. Oh, that would have been something from the Kahuna. It's behind though. Staging much. Play on called. Good pressure on Dempsey. Matt Johnson again doing some good things. Spoiled out by Warner. Caleb Strong's been on the bench for 6 minutes. We've given him a fair spell. Jackson down. Atkins over the top. Holmes takes a bounce. Holmes to Smith. Inside 50 by Bailey Smith. 1-on-1. Fist by McDonald. Past Warner. Wagner's done well. Geordie Clark, the handball. And now Wagner to Walker. Walker to Erasmus. And Erasmus over the top in the O'Driscoll direction. And out of bounds. And it'll be a lasso free kick. Mullen. Rebounding it straight back inside 50. And a big grab by Patrick Dangerfield, who has been basically invisible. Gives it to Jeremy Cameron on the run. This is a weird option. A really weird option, but it's a goal for Geelong. And the margin's back to 29 with 2:18 to go in the second. 45-74. Not sure why they've done that. Why isn't Myers having a go at goal? Myers, Henry, Close should get involved. They always have a chance. Why the hell's Dangerfield on the ground if he's underdone? Fair call. He does look a bit underdone, old Paddy. Yeah, he did. He definitely did. Here we go. 2:17 to play. Darcy down. Spills out. Good tackle, Sarong. Now Holmes around the corner. Towards half forward for Geelong. Mark not paid for Dempsey. Erasmus, good pressure. Got it out to Myers. Inside 50 by Graham Myers to Jeremy Cameron. And Geelong may punish us in red time. Yep. Which would not be ideal. Cameron going around the corner for his second or third. I think third. And he bends that to perfection. Does the reigning Coleman medalist. Cats have it back to 23. Keeping us on our toes. Cameron's got a third there. Certainly in this game. In the middle. Sarong has his hands on it. That's high. No. Ball up. Darcy down. Ends up with Bolton out the back. It's come off Shea Bolton's shin. But it's aerial. And let Switkowski make a contest with Humphreys. Out of bounds on the wing. Freo was shit this year. I'd agree. Yeah. That's a logical statement. Darcy and Edwards in the ruck. Darcy bullied him there. Couldn't get his hands in the end, though. Atkins wrapped up by Sarong. Just broke the tackle so easily, though. Just slipped off him. It was like Sarong had baby oil on him. Holmes, inside 50. 1-on-1. Walker. Big spoil on Dangerfield. And very luscious movement by Walker through the contest. Finds Caleb Sarong at centre half back. Good footy. What can Caleb do now? Caleb goes to Murphy Reid. Murphy Reid. Down the line. Darcy, the contest. Wrapped up by Switkowski. Ball up. Darcy wins another hit out. Erasmus Spins out. Got hands away. Holmes, Dempsey, Myers. Looking to punish Freo in red time again. With Neil. That's Cameron, sorry. 18 seconds on the clock. Please do not concede another. Short by Cameron. To Holmes. Cameron. Loads up. Misses. And the Dockers will take a 22-point lead into the half here. Geelong 8-4-52 to Fremantle 11-8-74. Our highest ever halftime score in Geelong. Sent long. And that's the quarter. And we take that every day of the week. We lost the second quarter, but we have a 22-point lead at halftime in Geelong. And if you gave me that before the game, I would be diving on it. Diving on the opportunity. 74-52. A high-scoring first half at the Cattery. Let me just quickly adjust a few things here. Get your opinions in the chat. I'll read them in 2 seconds. All right. There we go. Not liking Darcy. Well, his hit-out numbers, I reckon, are really good. But his disposal efficiency, I reckon, is really low. So we'll have a look. I really should have picked Jackson in my fantasy team. So yeah, Jackson's got 16 hit-outs. Jackson 16, Darcy 15. Then Edwards 8, Blitzarv 7. So Edwards and Blitzarvs have as many as Darcy combined. Right? Yeah. So Darcy's done all right in the ruck. But yeah, 5 disposals. Hasn't done too much. Luke Jackson, though. A goal, 12 touches, 16 hit-outs, 6 tackles. Those 6 tackles have been huge. Like, absolutely huge. Forklift. Cat's winning in the middle when he's rucking. Yeah, they're definitely winning at ground level when he's rucking. I would agree. Yep. I just think looking at a little bit quicker around the contest when he's in the ruck. But when you've got, like... we're looking really strong when we've got Jackson in the ruck and, like, Matt Johnson following up alongside, like, a Hayden Young. Like, we are such a big and bulky midfield. That is, I reckon, Matt Johnson's best first half of his career. He's had so much of it. 9 disposals, 5 tackles. He's been awesome. Like, genuinely awesome. On the scoreboard, let's actually just take a look at our stats here. On the scoreboard, 2 goals each for Tracy, Dudley, and Bolton. Sarong, Murphy, Reid, Nathan O'Driscoll, Luke Jackson, and Jai Amos have all also hit the scoreboard. In terms of disposals, Luke Jackson, 12. Neil Erasmus and Shea Bolton with 11 each. And then 10 each for Hayden Young, Caleb Sarong, Jordan Clark, and Andrew Brayshaw. Tackle count, Luke Jackson with 6. Johnson, 5. Young and Switkowski, 4 each. So they have provided a good difference for us. And the clearance numbers are dominated by Luke Jackson and Andrew Brayshaw with 5 each. I'm going to look at the score involvements here because they're always a good stat to look at. And there have been 6 score involvements for Josh Tracy. 5 for Young, 5 for Sarong, 5 for Dudley, 5 for Bolton. 4 score involvements for Carl Warner. That would nearly be a career high. And 4 intercepts for Heath Chapman, 3 for Warner, Wagner, Pearce, and McDonald as well. And Bolton. 3 intercepts for Shea Bolton. Disposal efficiency, McDonald and Amos both sitting at 100%. Our lowest disposal efficiency is Pat Voss, sitting at 33%. Yeah, interesting. Very interesting. Me here as a West Coast fan. Well, good luck tomorrow. You're going to need it. Luke Jackson is a beautiful man. I should have picked him. I had him in my team all preseason. Chapman's playing taller than he usually does. And he's playing against a good forward line. So I'm not ripping too much into Chapman. I don't think he's playing in a natural role. Got 76 in chat at the moment. Thank you all for the support. We are looking good, Sam. We are looking very, very good. Love Darcy's games. We've had some mixed opinions in chat about Sean Darcy's game. I think he, with disposal, maybe can be a little bit better, a little bit cleaner, but I still do think he's been good aerially in the ruck. Sean Darcy's got minus 7 metres gained. Wow. One thing that worries me is Jezik continuing his second quarter form and Paddy Dadge getting into it. The backs worry me a little bit, but I've liked what I've seen from them in bits. Yeah, I think our backs have held up really well. And since Alex Pearce has gotten himself on the deck, looks very good. Very solid. Darcy is a perfect complement for Jackson. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Would agree with you. Highest ever first half score under Justin Longmuir. Wow. That is going on Freo Faithful. Let me just chuck that up. Thank you, Jason Dunstall, for that stat. So strange not having Coxie and Ryan, but how good is it? Judd McVee is... Oh my God. He has not looked this good in the preseason games. And I've held faith with Juddy because I've watched him play for Melbourne. And everyone who's watched him play for Melbourne knows how good he is. And my goodness, how clean is he? Looks bloody awesome, does Juddy. How many touches has he had? He's only had 8 touches, but he's been so effective. So effective. All right. There is how long to go till the second half? Let me just have a look. 12 minutes. I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'll chat for a bit before the third quarter gets underway. I'm just going to go grab myself a beverage and reset. 2 sec. No, oh, J35. I think I know who that is. I'll be back shortly. Hello, fellas. I'm back. Ready to roll. It is a hot afternoon in WA. It is a very, very hot afternoon. We're looking good. Geelong's have played a good side. They're not a spooner side like our neighbours. Switter, Pearson, Young underdone. The 23 is really helping. Young doesn't look underdone. Young looks really good. And Pierce has played some nice minutes too. Need Raz and Jono to rotate through. Yep, I'd agree with you. I would agree with you. Spoke too soon. Darcy's on the winning side. It's been good aerially, Sean Darcy. As I already said, like, with his disposal, it's been a little bit questionable, but I've enjoyed what I've seen so far. Not sure if everyone realised, but we're getting smashed with Darcy in the ruck. Are we? Interesting. Thanks for the coverage. No worries, Neil. We'll be back in the second half, which begins in how long? Let me check the AFL app. The second half begins in 3 minutes. So stick around. I'm going to turn down this light a bit because it is blinding me and it's overexposing me. So let me just do that. Can I change the color? I can change the color. Does it look better when I'm blue? Nah, this doesn't look good. It doesn't feel homely. If we move it to yellow, that's nice. Maybe too yellow. Maybe if we go there, that's perfect actually. That makes me look quite pasty. If I'm, that's too dark. That's too bright. It's actually blinding me. That's alright. We'll do that. I'm a little bit behind, but wow, that first quarter, the ball movement fast, new look side so far, dominant. Yeah. Genuinely dominant. And the thing is, it's 22 points. And if we can win a quarter by 22 points in Geelong, Geelong can. So, just gotta sort of stay a little bit level-headed and, yeah, we just gotta respond. Because we conceded a few red time goals there late, which wasn't ideal. So, we've got to come out strong here in the third quarter. I haven't even checked my fantasy team. Nah, they're all doing their thing, kinda. Murphy Reid, P scores. Yeah, look, they're all doing their thing. Bruin, Sarong, and Reid. We'd say that. We'd say that every day of the week. Quarter is starting in under 2 minutes. Stick around. The new ruck rules don't suit Darcy. Not particularly, but he's trained well. I'm just backing him in. Like, I would have picked Mason Cox. I absolutely would have picked Mason Cox. But before he got injured, Sean Darcy, he was having a great preseason going up against Jackson and Cox. Like marking the ball around the ground, winning hit outs. Like, yeah. It's fair to say, like, objectively, we look better with Jackson. But, you know. And by the way, no Luke Ryan. People aren't speaking about it, but we're moving the ball very quickly with no Luke Ryan. And I love Luke Ryan. But he's just been a victim of it. Hold up. Jail's going to make me run through a wall. Clean hands by Murphy. Fuck yeah. How nervous should I be? Incredibly nervous. It's Fremantle. Let's just ride the wave. That was a fun first half. A really fun first half. But hey, things can change quickly. If we don't come strong out the gates in the third here, then all of a sudden we can be on the back foot very quickly. So it's only 22 points. We're not up by 50. We came back from some big margins last year. Who's to say that Geelong can't do it on their home deck? So let's go. Let's go. Oh, we're underway. What the? Out of nowhere. Why have they just started the third quarter out of nowhere? Here we go. And immediately intercepted by Heath Chapman. Chapman goes into the corridor with Hayden Young. A big handball by Young to Jackson. And a very wide handball now to Neil Erasmus, who goes forward onto the lead of Sam Switkowski. What can Switkowski do now? Switkowski sends it long. And Jackson's there. Couldn't take the grab. Strong at ground level is Jackson. Ed was wrapped up by Tracy. That's ball. He had Pryor. Go the purple light. What behind me? It's definitely a purple light back there. Jackson, out the rock. Oh, dogger. Was it on the full or out of bounds? I think it was on the full. I'm not sure. Strong by Jackson there. Oh, it's a Geelong ball. So the ball's to Stewart. Stewart sends it long to a 2-2 on the wing. It's probably a push in the back by Geordie Clark. Just completely misjudged it. What can Blitzarves do? Holmes. Back to Blitzarves. Good pressure by Clark. Sent long. Big contest. 3-on-3. Pearce and McDonald made the contest. Holmes. Myers. Good shepherd by Myers on Clark. Holmes inside 50. Geelong have numbers. Neither could take it. Dempsey. Got it to Henry, who's tackled high by Wagner. A free kick for Geelong. So Jack Henry's gone forward here. Here we go. Henry goes back. About 35 out. And a big goal for Jack Henry, who's gone forward and cut this margin to 16. If you thought this game was over, you are sadly mistaken. Why is there an ant on my desk? That goal doesn't make him any less ugly. That's harsh. He's not a bad looking bloke. Down by Edwards. Luke Jackson cleans up at ground level. Jackson inside 50. Geelong have the numbers behind the ball. Henry's gone back. Couldn't take it. Big tackle, Paddy Voss. That'll be a ball up. Voss gives a smile. Edwards down. Bolton tackled by Humphreys. That's a ball up too. And we're getting closer to the goals. Jackson down in the Shea Bolton direction. Knew exactly where he was going, and another stoppage. Shea gives a smile. He's limping a little bit, Shea. Maybe he's just tired. Come on, let's kick away again. We need a goal here. Can't let the Cats start piling on again. Jackson down. Jackson, handball in the Voss direction. Good tackle, Voss. Sarong. Gets the hands away to Young. Around the corner. Big goal for Hayden Young. Great handball by Sarong. He sets up another goal, and Hayden Young kicks his first of the season. Well done, Caleb and Youngie. We bounce back yet again after Geelong put some pressure on us. We retake that 22-point lead. Just keeping them at an arm's length. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Well done, Youngie. You fucking Vossi. Well done. So back in the middle. Dockers by 22. 12-8-80 to 9-4-58. Jackson, handball over. Now it is Caleb Sarong. Getting off the leash a bit. Sarong on the left. Finds Andy Brayshaw, his partner in crime. Brayshaw uses his eyes to find Jai Amos, who's kicked one goal today. Pat Voss is deep. He's the one key forward not to score yet. Amos is saying, give me a go. I'm still expecting to... surely he sets this up. Yeah, he will. That's not his routine. Amos pumps it. Oh, Jai Amos. No, nearly. Hey, I didn't mind it. It was online. Far out. Here is Bailey Smith. Dockers by 23. Smith in the back pocket uses it to centre wing. Pierce got his gloves on it. Out the back to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan to Myers. Inside 50 by Graham Myers. Now Jack Martin. What can Martin do? Oh, Myers is leading. An easy kick to grind. Not 15. Play on. Good pressure, Andy and Erasmus. Myers is a good ball user usually. That wasn't great to Cameron. He goes around the corner to keep it alive. Neil pushed Pierce under it. Fuck. So Geelong are going to respond here. Shannon Neil directly in front. Very well done by Cameron. And this margin's going to get back to 17 here. Neil knocks it down. 81-64 in a high-scoring contest. All right, so Shannon Neal kicks that big goal for Geelong. Edwards beats Jackson in the ruck there. Murphy Reid with a great tackle. Jackson, Brayshaw, back to Jackson. Oh, hops around. Jackson to Erasmus. Erasmus, inside 50. Couldn't find Amos. Mark's dropped by O'Sullivan. De Koning's tackled by Voss. Somehow found O'Sullivan again. And well taken by Geordie Clark, who gets it inside 50. Amos, nearly. Good tackle, Voss. Paddy Voss following it up. Dudley went in with the side. Bruin. Good tackle again, Dudley. And Switkowski's wrapped up by Atkins. Ball up in the Freo 50. Good pressure from both teams around. This game's gone up a notch here in the third term. Dockers by 17. Edwards down to Atkins. And again, a great tackle by Isaiah Dudley. Judd McVee's there. Erasmus, awesome. And back out. Handball over the top now for Mark Blitzarves. Judd McVee. Elite composure. How about that from McVee, who goes on the inside and hits up Dudley, who's dropped a sitter. Now it's Cameron. You were joking, duds. Bruin. Bailey Smith. Inside 50. Intercept mark is huge from Alex Pearce. Well done, Moose. Go corridor, Alex. Go corridor. Go Caleb. He's right there. What the fuck, Alex? When was that ever the option, Alex? Caleb was so open. There was nobody there. Shannon Neal's deep. And Alex Pearce cleans up his error. Now Erasmus. To Chapman. And that's a risky kick. Intercepted. What are we doing? Mark's taken by Tanner Bruin. Could you see Freddie creating that kind of inside 50 pressure? Yeah. It's fair to say. Bruin. Cameron. Kicks this and it's 11 points and we get nervous. Oh boy. So what can Jeremy Cameron do? Cameron goes back. 50 out. Loads up and he's hooked at Waywards for a behind. 16-point game. 81-65. Here is Judd McVee on the kick out. McVee long in the Darcy direction. And Tracy caught Henry high. Henry on the inside now. It's a Stewart. Long ball. What a grab. Shannon Neal. We need to bounce back here. Yeah, they're getting on top. Fuck. Shannon Neal goes back. And he's used that left goalpost perfectly. It's a 10-point game. 81-71. You'd be naive if you thought the Cats wouldn't bounce back here. Far out. This can't be happening. Of course it can be. Of course it can. Come on. Let's bounce back here. Darcy, the hit out to Johnson, who's tackled by Max Holmes. Ball up. It's Sarong, Johnson, and Young in this midfield. Darcy in the ruck. Darcy wins a hit out again to Hayden Young. Gets it on the boot somehow. Blitzarves drops a not 15 mark. Darcy, very clean at ground level. Erasmus, barreling through the contest. How is that ball? Oh my... You were joking, umpire. Dempsey... Oh, he's... Fuck's sake, Erasmus! Sorry. Raz has been awesome. But he's just run through the protected area. Oh, this is to make it 4 points. Ollie Dempsey. 45 out to make this a 4-point game. Has missed. I knew he'd missed. I'm not sure why they were Celebrating. 9-point game. And here's Jordan Clark now. We need a couple goals. At least. Jordy Clark long onto the wing. Tracy nearly. Fist on it by Henry. Down for Sarong. Ball up. Blitzarves the hit out down to Bruin, who taps it over his head. O'Connor spins off McVee. O'Connor. Well done, Chapman. Far out. Cameron onto Manor. Neal's kicked his 4th. This is a 3-point game. Come on, fellas. Come on. It has. Can we get Darcy out the ruck, please? Fremantle free kick. Caleb Sarong free kick. Sarong lowers the eyes. Sarong to Tracy with a huge grab. JT might just have to load up here. JT is going to load up from beyond 50. The Kahuna says this is my time. Come on, Kahuna. He's already kicked 2. Come on, Josh. Come on, Josh. Josh Tracy from beyond 50 to get it back out to 9 points. The Kahuna launches and it's off to the right. It hasn't made the distance. Voss at least made a contest. Isaiah Dudley's going to keep it alive. Back with Switkowski. To the top of the 50 with Sarong. Over to Voss. De Koning couldn't take the mark. Stewart sends it back out. Our team D has to be good here. Hayden Young made a contest. Chapman at ground level. Warner. Johnson. Young. Fumbling uncharacteristically. Johnson fends off Manor. Gets a handball off to Warner. Under pressure. Geelong's pressure is really coming now. Holmes in the Myers direction. Chapman chasing. Chapman's done well. Now it's Clark. Fending off Myers. Sarong. McVee. Wagner. Oh my God. Here is Corey Wagner. Wagner sends it long. Stewart drops it. Blitzarves. Guthrie. Humphreys. Stewart. Bruin. Hospital handball. Johnson. Stewart. Throw! Umpire. Humphreys. Oh my, that was a fucking throw. What a mark, Martin. This is give Geelong the lead. You are joking. Jack Martin. 50 out. Has hooked it. It's still alive. It's a behind. 2-point game. 81-79. Clark to McVee. McVee to Erasmus. O'Driscoll's over the top. Erasmus is going to go to him. It's the widest we've gone today with our ball usage. Here is Nathan O'Driscoll. What can he do? O'Driscoll sent long. Inside 50. Tracy's there. Dudley around the corner. Behind. Would have been huge from Dudley. Back out to 3 points. 79-82. Here's Jeremy Cameron in the back pocket with the ball for Geelong. To Koning. Tanner Bruin. Having a run. Clark got a fist on it. Now it's Corey Wagner. Wagner sent inside 50. Tracy nearly. Switkowski at the deck. Tracy got a hand on it. Dudley applying good pressure again. Hayden Young. Luke Jackson. Hospital handball. Switkowski. Wagner. Find Voss wide. Shea Bolton. Loads up from 50. Oh, it was nearly on line. Marked by Stewart. Bolton had to go to Voss there. Pat Voss was all by himself in the pocket. Here is Max Holmes now. Dockers by 3 here. Holmes to the wing with Humphreys. On to Smith. Johnson chasing. Over the head of Blitzarves. Kept it alive. Darcy putting on pressure. Dempsey, Blitzarves, wrapped up by Johnson. Ball up. Just under 6 minutes to go in the third here. Darcy the hit out. Holmes crumbing. Erasmus tackled by Atkins. Darcy. Jackson's there. Bruin. Dragged it in. Got it out to Atkins, who weaves around Jackson and Erasmus. Atkins inside 50. Huge spoil McVee. Good tackle McVee. Martin. Walker. Cleans up. Walker to Johnson. Back to Warner. Now Walker. Down the line by Walker. That's holding. Big mark, Sean Darcy. Play on. No, mark is paid. Thank you, umpire. These Cats fans are feral. Tracy, spoiled by Stewart. Now Bolton, over to Switkowski. Switkowski to Dudley. Go, Duds. Dudley goes in the air. Who to? Vossi. Dudley. Dudley. Fuck yes. Come on. Isaiah Dudley gets us back up by 9. And that's goal 3 or 4 for Dudley. Duds, man. He is having a game. He is having a game. Is that his 4th? Or is it his 3rd? It's his 3rd. I think that's an equal career high. I'm not sure if he's kicked 4 before. He might have, but well done, Duds. The Dockers get it back out to 9. 88-79. Huge. Just never gave up, did Isaiah Dudley. He is looking so fit. I said this all preseason. With a proper preseason, Isaiah Dudley is our most talented forward. And I'm so happy he's got this opportunity. 10 touches, 3 goals, 2. Geelong 12-7-79 to Fremantle 13-10-88. Dockers by 9. Edwards wins the hit out. Good tackle, Bolton. Now Jackson to Hayden Young. Young inside 50. Is there a mark there? No. Amos was taken high. Good tackle, Amos. Dudley rips it out. And that'll be a ball up. Good contest, Amos. And again, Dudley getting involved. Jackson down to Brayshaw. High. Free kick, Andy Brayshaw. That's regrettable. Andy Brayshaw taken high and will go back to kick his first. Come on, Andy. Come on, Andy. To get us back to 15. Andrew Brayshaw. 40 out. Directly in front. For his first goal of the game. He knocks it down. Yes, Andy. Come on. And all of a sudden, we're back up 15. Good recovery. Commentators sound deflated. Yeah, because Hutto's a Geelong fan. That's probably why. We do deserve to win. But that being said, whoever wins deserves to win. Probably. Yeah, Andy with the beard looks like a man. It's not the rookie I remember. That's not good at all by Zach Guthrie. That is so cheap. Come on. Dockers by 15. Back-to-back goals from Isaiah Dudley and Andrew Brayshaw. Murphy Reid in the midfield. Gets hands away to Brayshaw, who was wrapped up by Bailey Smith. Holding the ball. Brayshaw said it was a handball. It's a free kick, Bailey Smith. 3.5 minutes to play in the third. I know, Will. Sent to the contest. Close. Is tackled by McDonald. Dempsey back to Dangerfield. From the pocket. Walker. Backheeled in by Geelong. Carl Warner's tackled now. Ball up. $15-point game. 3:20 to play in the third. Let's not concede. Cameron and Jackson in the ruck. Chapman dribbling it. Gets it out to Teeth Chapman. They get it back alive, though. Humphreys to Smith. To Jai Clark on the left. Missing. Behind. 14-point game. 94-80. What can Chappie do on the kick out here now? Chapman sends it long. Guthrie nearly. Dudley's there. Being held. Jack Barton's looking a bit sore on the Cats bench there. Ball sent inside 50. Dangerfield having a leap. What a grab, Paddy Dangerfield. And we're going to concede another red time goal here. You are joking. Dangerfield goes back and knocks down the goal. 8-point ball game yet again. 94-86. Pat Voss has laid 6 tackles. Jackson 7, Johnson 6. At least we're laying tackles. Luke Jackson 10 clearances. That is silly. My God. Come on, fellas. Edwards down. Sarong. Ball up. Oh. Jackson down. Sarong. Gets it away. Swikowski. Voss. Take it without it. Thank you. 50. Come on, Paddy. 90 seconds to go. This would be a huge goal towards the end of the third. Pat Voss from a long way out. Amos nearly. Down to the deck. Murphy Reid's there. Caleb Sarong! The fucking helicopter. Well, not a helicopter, a floater. 9-point game. 95-86 now. Stewart. Grime Myers. Hayden Young. Scooped up. O'Driscoll. O'Driscoll follows it up. Elite hands. O'Driscoll to Reid. Now Switkowski. Reid still battling. Chapman. Back for Warner. 56 seconds to play. Inside 50. Out the back is Amos. Couldn't get there. Bolton nearly. Dudley following it up. In the back. Murphy Reid around the corner. A behind from Reid. 10-point game. 96-86. Murphy Reed doing that to one of the Cats players. Yes, of course, Will, when we win the title. Jeremy Cameron, again in the back pocket. He's dropping very deep here. Stewart. Geelong just going to time this clock out. Make sure they don't concede. In an incredibly high-scoring affair. 27 goals in 3 quarters of football. They're going to quickly go, just in case. Don't concede, please, Fremantle. Warner. Dangerfield. Wrapped up. And the siren sounds for 3-quarter time. 13-8, 86 to 14-12, 96. Fremantle lead Geelong by 10 points with a quarter play in round 1 at GMHBA Stadium. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Ever so slightly nerve-wracking. Ever so slightly. What are we drinking? A little single fin. WA's finest. I'm just having a heart attack and it's only round 1. Yeah, same. If we have that first quarter again, I reckon we might win the game. It's big if. We need the first 2. Yep. We definitely need the first. If we concede the first goal, the pressure's on us for the entire quarter. Far out. Come on, fellas. Come on. Quick look at the stats here. On the scoreboard, Isaiah Dudley leading the way with 3 goals. Tracy and Bolton with 2 each. And then singular goals for Hayden Young, Caleb Sarong, Murphy Reed, Nathan O'Driscoll, Luke Jackson, Andy Brayshaw, and Jai Amos. Disposal count. Jackson leading the way with 22. Sarong with 18. Young and Erasmus with 16. And then Jordan Clark and Heath Chapman with 14 each. 8 marks taken by Josh Tracy. 4 by Alex Pearce. And then 7 tackles for Luke Jackson and 6 each for Pat Voss and Matt Johnson. Luke Jackson leading the way with clearances with 10, followed by Brayshaw with 6, Sarong with 4. In terms of metres gained, Jordan Clark with 370. Sean Darcy's played 48% time on ground. My goodness. Hopefully will. Yeah, I think that is how it works. Let me just make sure if this camera dies that my webcam is ready to go. It is. Just in case. Oh, big if. Hold on, let me just... That'll do. Alright, we'll go back to this. Did he? What the hell? What's he doing? Given Sean Darcy was 50-50 to be picked, that's some type of pick. Rightio. Just here now, do you think we hold on? The Cats take it? I actually could not tell you. I mean, biasly, I'll say we win, but pretty nervous. Pretty nervous. Highest time on ground, by the way, is Brandon Walker. He's played 94% of the game. Pat Voss has played 93% of the game. So, big game time for guys either end of the ground. Brandon Walker, an absolute gut runner, playing a lot of the game, which is interesting. Hopefully he doesn't burn out. Bolton has been good. Darcy won't even start for Peel. Alright, let's calm down. That's just a bit far. We need the first. We need the first two. Look at JL. JL giving him some claps. He knows what this means. Dogger's having a jump. Is that Dogger? I can't even see. Looks like him. Paddy Voss is looking big and lumbering. Come on, fellas. I saw Pat Voss in public the other day. Late at night. I may have embarrassed myself in front of him, but that doesn't mean I don't want him to have a big game. A big last quarter, given he hasn't kicked one yet. Come on. Come on, fellas. Fourth quarter. Geelong 86, Fremantle 96. We are back underway at GMHBA for the final term of round one. Hayden Young. Big tackle on Holmes. He's thrown that. Bruin fumbles. Jackson, Young. Tackled by Atkins. Bruin inside 50. 1-on-1. And now it's Oscar McDonald, who's done all right. Cameron tackled him. Pierce, stripped by Erasmus. Goes around the body. Intercepted straight away by Holmes. He's played on. He's got off his line, umpire. Yeah, exactly what Caleb Sarong's complaining about. Far out. We're joking. Come on. Max Holmes goes back. From way beyond 50. And it drifts off to the right. It's a 9-point game. 87-96. Yeah, Will, I think 99% of the comp did it. So we can just fix it up next week, I reckon. Pierce makes a good contest. Murphy Reed chasing Bruin. Bruin underground. Pierce. Bruin. Tapped along the ground. Murphy Reed. Myers. Humphreys. Stewart. And behind the ball. Nice intercept mark by Jordan Clark. Clark. To Carl Warner. Warner sends it long. And the mark's taken. Sent long again here. Inside 50. Good spoil, McDonald. Sarong. Warner. Matt Johnson. Sends it down the line. We're under pressure. O'Sullivan to Smith. Come on, fellas. Bailey Smith sent long. Alex Pearce in front. A huge intercept by Neil Erasmus. Getting back. A huge mark. I think we all do, Adrian. McDonald. Omac sees numbers. He sees Jackson with the fly. What can Jackson do now? There's options in the corridor. He doesn't go there. He should have gone to the corridor, Luke Jackson. We've just gone conservative. We had open options in the corridor. There's no excuse not to take that option, Dogger. No excuse. Absolutely, Brad Johnson. Now Max Holmes from 50. We're beating ourselves. McDonald with a big spoil. Margins down to 8. 96-88. We couldn't afford to not go corridor there. Here's Carl Warner. Warner goes short to McVee. McVee goes short to Caleb Sarong now. Sarong to Murphy Reid. Sarong running past for the overlap. Reid doesn't give it. Warner, run around, Carl. Carl, run around. Now Reid to Pierce. Give it to Warner, Alex. There's a guy over the top, Alex, if you can pierce off that kick. No pun intended. Pierce sent long to the contest. There's a man flying. It looks like Jackson made a contest. Good at ground level. Jackson to Bolton. Inside 50 by Bolton. Spoiled by Henry. Tracy, the handball. Murphy Reid around the corner. Oh, misses. Back to a 9-point game. Murphy Reid with the behind. 97-88. Oh, my word. I agree. I thought Tracy was in a good position directly in front. What can Holmes do? That is so soft, umpire. I watched that entire passage. It's not holding. It's defense. Oh, my. That is so soft. Geelong +8 free kicks. Here's Blitzarves. Jack Henry. Lawson Humphreys. Connor O'Sullivan. Sends it inside 50. Big spoil Jackson. Erasmus is there. Tried to go underground. Erasmus got a boot on it. Bailey Smith's got space though. Bailey Smith kicked a big goal for Geelong. It's a 3-point game. Oh, my God. Yeah, we need Brennan Cox bad. Why did everybody go in? There was nobody on Bailey Smith on the outside. And that was Caleb Sarong's job. That was Sarong's man. It just was. Back in the middle here. Jackson wins the hit out. Now it's down with Sarong. Takes a bounce. Sarong to Murphy Reid. Reid back to Sarong. Sarong with the left. Inside 50. It's a tumbler, but it finds Patrick Voss with a big grab. Pat Voss has not kicked a goal today. Not kicked a goal this season. Vossi, this is what you're here for. Come on, Vossi. Come on, Vossi. To get it back out to 9. Voss from 50. Oh, no. He's missed to the left. Vossi. 4-point game. 14 goals, 14. 98-94. Vossi had to kick that. Humphreys. Overlapping Myers. Good pressure, Tracy. Decked him. Elite pressure by Josh Tracy. Carl Warner on the inside. Andy Brayshaw has dropped a sitter. Andy! How are you dropping that? It's exactly what Justin Longmuir's just said to Joe Bridie. How do you drop that? Oh. Myers inside 50. Oh, you were joking. He's kicked it. Geelong lead for the first time. Oh my God. 100 to 98. We're not done. But that drop mark from Andy Brayshaw sums it up. 22 points up at halftime. Come on. Show some toughness, Freo. O'Driscoll shows some toughness. And he finds Shea Bolton. And Bolton goes to Jackson. Jackson to Switkowski. Ends up with Murphy Reid, who gets around Dangerfield to Bolton, who lost it. And it's crumbed by Edwards, who gives it to Bailey Smith. And Cameron overruns it, as does Heath Chapman. Someone's got to go in. Brandon Walker does. And it's a ball up as he's tackled by Cameron and close. 12:45 to play. Geelong lead by 2. 15-10 to 14-14. Sarong on the left. Big Mark Humphreys. Zach Guthrie. O'Sheen Mullen. Mullen across to Henry. Chapman's made a contest. Overrun by everyone. Sarong on the inside to Wagner. Now Chapman weaving. Sarong pumped forward. There's just nothing forward. We're not being methodical anymore. There's no method. We've lost our way here. Good pressure by Brayshaw. Amos overran it, who got back. McDonald's there, but Geelong have way more numbers at ground level. They can't have had advantage. It's not a goal. Shannon Neal for goal number 5. The man from South Fremantle looking to haunt his hometown. Eight-point game in favour of Geelong. Come on, Freo. We've won from here before. Come on, fellas. Come on. Handball, Sarong, Reed, Darcy. And Murphy right his legs, take it out, 50! Murphy Reed to the running Corey Wagner, who took it well. Wagner, inside 50, tries to hit up Young. That's last touch. That's last touch. That's our ball. Come on. Inside 50, coming back in here for Freo. Fist by DeConing. Down for Murphy Reed. Murphy, just go for goal! Why did he try and run around? Lawson Humphreys. Oh my God. Good setting of the mark by Clark. Graham Myers. On the inside. It's a good kick. Terrible kick. Intercepted Caleb Sarong. Sarong's lucky. He plays on. He goes inside 50. Bad kick. It was a 3-on-1, Caleb. Are you joking? You're better than that. We've got numbers here, though. Hey! And Darcy was taken high and a free kick to Freo. Cats fans crying like it's not +8 free kicks to them. Darcy inside 50. And a big grab by Patrick Voss. A huge mark by Voss. And if he kicks this, it's back to 2 points. Come on, Vossi. Those little Cats fans with piercings. Jeez, they look annoying. Vossi's kicking this and he's giving it to the fans. It's so obvious. What a kick, Paddy! Give it to... Oh, he's missed. He's celebrated. Oh, no. Oh, Paddy celebrated. Patrick celebrated a miss. Oh, I thought he was in. I thought that was a goal. Paddy Voss is just celebrating a miss. Seven points. DeConing. It is just over a goal, the margin. DeConing to Mullen to Smith. Weaving through. McDonald. Double-fisted spoil. Tom Atkins. Blitzarves. Blitzarves inside 50. Do not dare concede. McVee. No! Blitzarves. Oh no. Bailey Smith. Fumbles. Oh, he dived! You are such a... Oh. I'm going to be careful what I say on this channel. I'm going to be more careful on this channel. Bailey. Such a diver. Of course, 111 people are in chat to see this. Thank you all. Bailey Smith. Big spoil, Carl Warner. 6:50 to play. Geelong by 7. Darcy. Atkins. Wrapped up by Reed. That's ball. What a tackle by Murphy Reed, who got pinged holding the ball on inside our 50. And now repays the favour. Reed to a one-on-one. Voss has done very well on DeConing. Terrible handball by Voss. Brayshaw couldn't get there. Graham Myers now. Good tackle, Brayshaw. Dempsey. Cameron. Inside 50. We've got the numbers in the hole. Wagner, the double fister. Erasmus. Chapman. Wheels around to a one-on-one. Tracy couldn't take the grab. McDonald. Blitzarves kept it alive. Oh no, oh no, oh no. And terrible kick by Matter. Carl Warner's just got to go here. Carl Warner takes the mark, runs, has a bounce. Warner to Clark. Clark to Sarong. Caleb Sarong to the wing. Sean Darcy. Big grab. Big grab by Sean Darcy. Darcy launches it in the Tracy direction. Where were his arms chops? Umpire says no. Lawson Humphreys. Big spoil, O'Driscoll. Ball's out of bounds. And a throw in. 5:18 to play. Geelong by 7. Blitzarves. Overran. Smith. Caleb Sarong with the left. What a kick by Sarong to Hayden Young, who's gone forward as the secret weapon. Voss the pickup. The dribble. The behind. And it is exactly a 6-point game. 106-100. We'd rather a point than nothing, it's fair to say. Oh my word. O'Connor. Mullen. 4:45 to play. Geelong by 6. Walker's done immensely well on Jack Martin, who got it back to Bruin. And now Holmes. Scooping handball. Oh no. And Shannon Neal's going to go for 6 here. No, Brennan Cox has killed us. Oscar McDonald. On the team stream on Thursday, people were saying Omac's going to have 6 kicked on him. And I said no. I backed him in. Shannon Neal's going back to kick his 6th goal on Oscar McDonald. Brennan Cox, Jesse Hogan, 2024 deja vu. Neal from 55 has missed. It's a 7-point game though. It's an important point for Geelong. We've got to go guts. Oh my God. Chapman. Jordan Clark. Geordie. We're going to lose. Spoiled by McDonald. Sarong gets it out to Wagner. Wagner goes to a one-on-one. DeConing with a huge mark on Voss. Don't be 50. Patrick Voss! You have had your... Oh, no. No. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. Koning's hung it way out to the right. Jackson, they scared out. In the back! Behind for Manor. So we're just going to need 2 goals no matter what here in about 3 minutes. We got to go corridor. We just look knackered. We are so tired. Missed. Still 2 goals in 2 minutes. Corridor. Get some... Mate, Erasmus is in the corridor. You have to go there. Wing. Why have we got wing? Same old... Same old sugar. Throw. Dempsey. Johnson. Sarong. Erasmus. Got hands away. Cameron hooks it. Another behind. 110, 100. No, it's not our coaching. How is that coaching? Jordan Clark's kick straight to Geelong's forward line. I'd love to know how that's coaching. I criticise JL at the best of times, but here's Shea Bolton. Handball to Tracy. Oh my goodness. Go Freo. That's a free kick. Didn't have it. Luke Jackson gets the hands away. This fourth quarter has been as bad of a quarter that I've seen in the last 3 years. Like, haven't conceded a whole lot. Have not conceded a whole lot. We've kicked a couple goals. But, one goal. It is just, it's an abhorrent quarter for where we're at. Refusal to go corridor. Just the safe option every time. That is a terrible loss. Terrible loss. Man. After quarter time, we scored 48 points. 48 points in 3 quarters. Yeah, I know, Zach. That fourth quarter was just nowhere near it. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Anyway, that'll do today's live stream. Why are 132 people in the stream? It's always good when these games happen, eh? 136. Yeah, wow. Thank you all for watching. The fan cams will be from 7:30 Western tonight, hosted by Druzy. So I guess enjoy them. Heartbreaking loss for Fremantle. 110 to 100. We fall by 10 points. But we have an opportunity to bounce back next week against Melbourne at Optus. The trolls are loving it. As always after a Freo loss. So yeah, fan cans from 7:30 tonight. Druzy will have 5 things we learned out tomorrow. And the podcast will be out on Tuesday. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.